Now we're gonna get into our highest percentage takedowns when you do have the back, but they are still standing. Okay, so whether we got there from a double leg, right? We got here, whether we got there from a single leg, we kind of worked up, or we got there from the body locks, reshuffling forward. Once we get to the back, what we need to do is first focus on our hip position and hand position. Hips need to be tight. All right, the farther our hips are away, the easier it is to defend for him. Get your hips tight. I like thinking of peeing on his leg, peeing on his thigh. Okay, so we're here. Now, the absolute highest percentage thing you can do here is get a lift. Take his sprawl away and put him on the mat. However, it takes a little bit of energy, so there's always a caveat to these things. But if you've got the energy early in the round, pick him up and put him down. The way we pick him up and put him down, one, we want to make sure that our ear is glued to his back. We don't want to be up like this. We're going to get elbowed into oblivion. Boom, boom. And we can't use our head to keep his posture broken. Okay, so we don't want elbows, and we want to be able to use our head to push him. Okay, you don't want to use your nose or your face, you want to use your ear. Okay, the long arm ear. Let me talk about the long arm, short arm real quick. There's a long arm in front of him to the far side hip, and a short arm here. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. This arm's kind of stretched out, this one's bent a little bit more. It's subtle, but that's what I'm referring to with the long arm, short arm. So we're here. Okay. When we get our lift, we're peeing on his thigh. We pop our hips. All right, our hips are what take his legs off the mat. Okay? Now, we don't want to be carrying someone who weighs as much as we do for very long. We pop his hips, and then our outside knee sweeps the legs, our ear turns him over, and our elbows turn him over. We pop, bring this knee in, elbows turn, head turns. Just like that. Okay? Controlling the body, running him, potentially back to the fence to get shots. There's a few other options there for sure, but I'm just gonna talk about that one. So we're here, get behind him, we got our long arm, short arm. Our hips come in, pee on the fire hydrant, or pee on the thigh, pop, and sweep, ears, elbows. Just like that. We're only lifting him for a short moment. We're getting him horizontal, and we're putting his hands on the mat. And then we can start working. Okay, there you guys have it. That is the most high percentage takedown there is from that position. Let's go deeper. Okay, next, if you don't have the energy and it's proving difficult to lift, maybe he's leaning like into that side a little bit and it's just hard. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our knee and we're gonna put it right on top of his knee. Okay, go ahead and bend this knee just a little bit so you can illustrate this point. My shin is gonna go right on top of his kneecap. All right, just above it, maybe like 2 inches above his kneecap. Boom. Okay, now I've got this lock. I'm gonna switch the lock from the far side hip to the inside hip. Once I get to the inside hip, I'm gonna turn his body. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm turning his hip in, exposing this side of his body. There's no longer can he take a step in this direction. If he stepped this way, he can easily take a step in that direction. If his hips are turned this way, he can no longer. So I take the knee and I drive him into this space here. So I turn his hips with this gut wrench here. I'm close to his hips. I put my shin right on top of his thigh, and then I drive him forward. Okay? He's no longer able to take a step to catch his balance, right? Because if you're falling forward, you do this, right? Now, all my weight is on his leg. He can't take that step, and with all my weight sagging down on him, he's going to fall down. Here, the grip switches, and then I gut wrench. Now the knee comes on top of the thigh, and then I just scoot forward. It's really that simple. You guys can't see the back leg, but actually you could on that camera. You're gonna see this back leg just pushing forward. This leg's up. Now what I'm not doing is I'm not hooking here. Very important. One, I can't get the right torque, and if I did push, he'd just walk. He's got that space. This, and I push, and then I gut wrench. Now, he's going down. Okay, we buzzed through that one pretty quick because there's not too many details, but every single detail is very important with that one. Gable grip, turn, shin right on top of his knee, and then I'm pushing forward. And when he does drop to the mat, notice how I'm not going to my knees. I'm going to my feet. So I've got high ground and I can start working. Okay, don't drop to your knees because he'll be able to get his hips up first, potentially, and start pursuing a scramble. All right, that feels great. I hope that added a lot of value to your game. Those are, that's 2 now of how to get the guy to the mat. Now we're gonna get into, if you're just getting into this stuff, this next portion might be a little technical, but we're gonna get into it. Let's do it. All right, last but not least, when you get this body lock and you get back exposure, high-level MMA competitors, they're gonna know, which you're gonna know soon too, we're gonna release an instructional on defense, how to scrape in advance or off using the mat. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna start turning his shoulders in on the mat, and now, look, I don't have his back anymore, the mat does. And it's a great technique. You can start getting his elbows tight and turning in. Okay, so go ahead and show that one more time. I'm trying to get my lifts, I'm trying to get my knee levers, but he uses the fence, or uses the mat to kind of just scrape me off. I mean, how am I gonna follow him? The mat's and the fence is not gonna move. So what we do is a high level thing where we actually wedge ourselves between him and the mat. So now he has no ability to take us off with the wall. It's really nice, guys. And then it leads into all the other takedowns that we talked about. So here, we get him out, we get through here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull him slightly off the fence. Now we have back control here. If he moved off the fence, it doesn't matter. We're in a great position regardless, right? So it's not as big of a deal as it is in the other pinning positions. So what we're gonna do, and I'm only talking like this because I'm talking to the camera, I would wanna be here. Okay, here on the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull him off the fence, similar to getting the body lock, and then I'm gonna switch my hand position from the right hip to the left hip, and I'm gonna wedge myself between him and the mat, okay? Now try to scrape me off. He's not doing it. All right? Try to scrape me off. I'm wedged in between. He can go right shoulder, he can go left shoulder, doesn't matter. He's not using that tool anymore. Okay, so now from here, I've got my big lifts, and I've got my wrenches. Okay, real simple concept that you're gonna wanna play with, especially if you plan on taking this game pretty far. And you've got good defenses. So I pull him off, switch the hips, and I get between him and the mat. Okay, now I can get my hips, and I can get my wrenches. Okay, and when you're on the mat, you wanna try your best to still be peeing on that leg. All right, you get up, you don't wanna be behind them like you're slow dancing at prom. You wanna be kind of on the side here. That way your hips are there, your laces are there, your knee drives are there. All right, there you guys have it. Play with that stuff. Obviously, if you have any questions, make sure to comment them, and you guys are gonna love it. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe. We're on our way to 5,000 subscribers. Help us out.